Yep, the numbers are counting. You are recording. So tell me about the new warm blood horse.
He's 11 years old, and he holds his head up like a giraffe.
Okay.
And he's very hyper on the ground. Getting him ready was a challenge.
Really?
But once I got on him, he was fine.
Okay.
So I'm just learning him, you know. So it'll be interesting. I didn't pivo him this time because everything was new, and I thought I'll deal with that next time.
So is this at the same place?
Yeah. So what happened is the other guy that I was riding
Got thrush.
got crushed, but there's a young girl who did like a half lease on him, so she rode him more than anybody, and then he was also used for schooling and stuff. And the owner of the barn decided to give him to her.
Okay.
And I'm happy for him because I always felt like, I'm sorry, Zipper, another person riding you.
Good, yes.
So this new horse is privately owned, so he won't be used so much.
Okay.
He's not dressage, we're going to make him one. We'll try.
Okay, so how did your video turn out last time?
Good. Yeah, I was a mess last time. I felt like I was a mess. I felt like I'd lost all my rider position. So I read more this week
Okay.
in the book.
All right.
Listen to Mary Wanlet's podcast. Trying to keep myself centered. All right.
So I rode him a bit, and then Leslie rode him at the end of it just to, check with some connection things where he's being a little bit of a jerk, that he's pulling too much when it's not needed, and so we have to actually teach you a little bit that he's not allowed to pull. You're not allowed to pull him, but he's not allowed to pull you either. And so when he goes to pull and stick his neck out like, I don't want it, then you have to stiffen your elbows, or let's just say use your upper arm there, right, to not allow him. But you can't just do that. You have to also go with your lower leg and your seat to push him up to it. Okay? Which is going to be a really important thing for this new horse as well. Well, there's not a horse out there that shouldn't be ridden with, get the hind leg under. Right. All right? So does this horse have a long back to where that neck is up like that?
I'll have to look better. My initial impression is no.
Okay.
But I'll have to really
Let's do a 20-meter here.
When you say push with the seat.
So, did we ever do the exercise where you take the mounting block?
No.
And okay. So you take the mounting block here, and I'm going to lift the back part of the mounting block by just moving my seat. So go ahead and halt so you can see what we're doing here. Okay, so.
Okay.
So what I concentrate on uneven ground here, there we go. What I concentrate on is sitting tall, like I'm sitting on a very old chair, antique, I don't want to break it. And then I just simply push through here, but I don't tighten my seat. So if you tighten your seat like this, it's not going to work. You're just going to end up, it's not going to be a nice, we're trying to get the energy here. We're not trying to get it stuck and confused underneath. So we stay up tall and we push through the pelvis like Mary Wainless talks about. You see?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to do that. That's just naturally what happens when I cough.
With that, she calls that bearing down.
Yes.
Okay.
So that bearing down, but if I tell that to students, I feel like they get down like this, and it's not that. I don't want you like sitting on a toilet bearing down.
She has a podcast now. If you want them to listen to it to understand what she's talking about, she explains recognized it very well.
Yes.
in her
So
podcast.
that's you using your seat.
Okay.
What she's talking about.
Okay. All right.
So it's and the whole time that's part of your offense. Remember, we talked about your leg and your seat, the offense to move that ball over his back. Your defense is your upper body.
Okay.
Your defense is your upper arm here, so that when he goes, "Nyeh," you go defense. Don't let him, but you also go offense. Okay, and you don't want to use one really without the other. Okay. Because even if your horse is going nicely and you're like, well, I want to get him more engaged, so okay, I'm going to use more leg and get him moving out a little bit more. I'm going to increase his tempo, and you don't recycle what you increase to come back, then it's just a waste. So bigger walk here, and I want you to get a little bit wider. I want you to feel like we have a band. Let's go get one that we can put between your two wrists. Now you have to keep your wrist, and you want to keep pressure on that band. Good. Tall. That's right. Now feet down in the stirrups. You got it. So that you feel like you're pushing down from the top of your leg, and your thigh is very soft. There's no gripping with your inner thigh, so that the horse is actually invited to come up under your seat. So let's get a little bit more connection now. You walked around a little bit, so you got your hands out, you got your wine glasses out, right? We're also not going to spill these glasses all over the carpet as you go in your car. So now we have to just keep the nice bend going. So don't change what you have at your hand. Get them to bend more around your left leg. So here you're going to feel like you might be stepping maybe 2/3 into that left leg. To counteract that so that you don't lean, you can also push down with your right side of your shoulder, your right shoulder down. Good. Now come on, walk. So everything you do, you don't have to walk. So one walk, So is that bend enough to get him over to your right leg? Because that's what we need to be feeling, is that he's going over to your right leg.
Now I feel it.
Yeah, and that you have to stay on that 20-meter circle. So I'm going to put your orange cones out so you can see that, okay? Because otherwise you're going to cheat. He's going to fall in. He's going to go out with his shoulders. He'll fall in with his, body, or he'll do all sorts of things. Very good. Left leg, don't let him fall out. Okay, there he falls.
Right.
Okay, you got it. So just being aware of that, which is really a difficult thing. It's all difficult. Don't let anybody tell you it's not. I don't know who would. Somebody who hasn't done it.
Exactly. Like in the beginning, my husband's like, listen, the horse is just doing that. I'm like, they're not.
No.
The rider's telling them to do it.
But still more bend. Now we're going to work on getting them onto this outside right. Tap his little butt. There you go. Yep, and then pull your elbows in when you do it, because he's going to go, "Ow." That's it. There's your go. Once you get him more forward, go easy. Remember, that's not the first part of the German training pyramid. They left that out. They assume people will do that. The first part is rhythm. But you got to get it going. So I say the first part is get your horse moving. There you go. Now bring your left hand even closer to the bit. Your right hand's fine. There you go. Now move your weights to the left and open that left shoulder a little bit more. There you go. Find your left seat bone. Come, come, come. You've got to get up to the bit, and then you have to half halt. So he half halts and he says he doesn't like it. push your shoulders from your ears, push your elbows from your shoulders, and go trot. Put that hind in there. Right. That right hand stays there. Very lovely. Left leg a little bit more bent. Get him to bend. He doesn't want to, but he needs to. A little stuck on that. Rein. Left leg. And your left shin a little bit closer to the shin. There you go. Right. Since I was thinking about spooking, he goes, I remember how old I was and I really don't care.
Don't have the energy.
Yeah. Inside leg. Good job. Good job. That's it. How's that feeling?
Feels good.
Let's go here. Little tap. Come on, I know that inside might be tough for you. Now on the rail, keep the same bend. Keep thinking, I want to bend. I want to have a place for my left leg to come through. So it's inside leg, it's outside rein. Push them in the corners, elbows in. There you go. Little tap. Throw them into that right rein. Super. Anytime you go, oh God, this goes horrible, then do a circle. Right there, I do a circle. Okay, I want to get my inside leg on them, my outside leg. Yeah. Good job. I want to feel that. Exactly. That, yeah, get a little rounder again. Good job. That, head is pulling away from the head. So it's bend, bending control with the left leg. Good. Very good. Side leg turning it nice. Very good. Okay? All right. When you get to letter F, we're going to come across the diagonal to letter E. Tap, yep. I love how you kept everything good there. Your position is getting really nice today. You must have given yourself a big talk.
It did.
Right rein, shorten it. Which all my students would give themselves a talking to. Good. Now we just have to bend everything the other way now, don't we? Very good. Super. Right leg in. Yes. Moving your weights to the right. Feeling more weight on your right leg. Left rein half haul. A little bit rounder here. Rounder, rounder, rounder. Do a circle. Just don't even, you don't even have to wait for me to tell you to do a circle. Say, Jane, I don't like it. It sucks. His head's in the air. I don't know what's going on. Circle.
Okay.
Bending is your friend. It is control. Because, and the horse likes it. Because if they go, now I got that. He's still not bent the right way.
Right.
You got to bend again. You got to make sure that you're bringing your right shoulder back a little bit. So your left shoulder comes forward at here through your core. And you really lean into the right this way. So, got to pull your left shoulder down as you bring it a little forward. There we go. Let that left elbow drop a little bit more. Pushing the wrong way. Yes. Better. That's it. Feel that. Keep that feel. Don't let yourself fall back over to another direction. You've got to keep yourself there. That's much better. Good for you. You fixed yourself. Good. Go tap with the whip. Right.
I'm
Short.
having a harder time in this direction.
Yeah. Shorten your reins a little bit more. You already did. Thank you. And let's leg yield him out this way a little bit. So we're just right leg. Yeah. I would do that every time you go to, corner. Don't go all the way in the corner, so you can push your horse to the left. Keep that left elbows a little wonky, so if that left hand is steady, then he'll know to go to that left hand. Left hand stays there. Turn him to the right again. Turn him to the right. Turn to the right. Circle to the right. Circle. 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 You're blocking yourself.
Okay.
Circle. Smaller circle. Open that right shoulder. Open it. Open it more. You'll see that on the video. Keep open it. Right leg pushing to the left. Now he can turn just fine. Keep opening that. You block yourself on the right, and then that's why he doesn't want to bend to the right. Open. Open more than you think. Kind of look over your right shoulder as if you're looking back for a moment. Look behind you over your right shoulder. Turn him. Make him turn. Make him turn. Right leg. There he says, now I feel your right leg. I get it now. That's it. I get it now. Good job. That's really good. Good job. I love that. So you have to just put a little bit more pressure in that right rein so that doesn't happen. Good job. So you can feel him in the left. Go ahead and take a walk break. You've got so much sweat on your eyes probably.
Yeah, probably need to take off the sunglasses. Then the breeze can get to my eyes. Can I hand you these?
Yeah.
I do this when I'm riding my bike. I'm like, okay, why do I have sunglasses on? My eyeballs are sweating. They need the breeze.
Yeah.
Let's try this with the walk a little bit, buddy.
I like the walk. Go quicker with that right leg too. So we're looking for him to bring his right hind under, opening that right and really feeling like you're turning to the right. It's funny because you're a little bit like my friend Diane that in the white car on JJ. She does the same thing, but she's gotten better. She's like, she was almost frozen to the right. Keep your left shoulder down as you, like somebody's pushing your left shoulder down, and then your core, you're trying to pull away from that left shoulder, and you're opening your right shoulder. That's beautiful. Keep this one. Right. You feel him. He comes up. I love how you keep your hands the same. You apply a little bit of downward pressure, and then you push into it. You do a really good job there. Okay, back to the walk again. That's okay. It's all right.
Do that without putting our head up.
Right. And do that with keeping a little bit of bend. Now, don't try to, you kind of cock your head to the right a little bit. So we got to keep that left shoulder down. More down. Yeah, more down. Go ahead. Ask yourself if you feel your left seat bone right now. Good. Keep that feel. So just because we're putting more in our right seat or pushing down more in our right leg doesn't mean we don't feel it in our left seat bone. We've got to keep that feel. Back to the walk again. Try doing the walk to the trot in a small circle. So you can be, you can say, okay, I have the bend, I have him flexed, I'm going to create a space for his right hind to come underneath him. And then I feel him on the left rein a little bit more. Then ask him for the trot. Try not to tip forward. So there you tip forward a little bit. Stay up tall through your body. And you're going to just kind of push your pelvis forward and your elbows in. And when you post up, think about pushing your elbows in. And then let him relax as you sit. And then pushing him in as you come up. Right rein. Soften him. There, good. Where's your sternum? It should be in between his two ears. Good. That's much straighter. It's really hard to break your body from doing what it's used to doing. Good. Right rein, right rein, right rein. Say no. You don't get to do that. Because you've got to feel him on the left side. Left rein, half halt now. Good. Yep. Leg seat, half halt. Hind in under, hind in under. Slow. Yep. Don't let him speed up. He's got to stay underneath you. They're looking for rhythm. So your left hand is kind of flat. We need to get your, that's it. So that's putting a little bit more pressure. You're almost leaning on that left hand a little bit. Yeah, carry that hand. Turn him to the right again. That's much better. Bring it, keeping that elbow in. Much better here. Outside leg helping to bring him around. Good job. Good job. Right rein, a little flexion. Right rein, right rein, right rein. Yep. I'll let him run off like that. Good. Yes. There we go. Super. Very nice. Elbows in. Good. And walk again. Give you and him a break. Good. I'm going to text my husband because this gate is scaring horses. I mean, not him, but it's going to scare some of the other ones that are coming up. Especially 2 little 4-year-olds I know of. Well, 1 4-year-old. Alrighty, that looks very nice there. It's trying to figure out what exactly to do this way.
I'm screwing it. It's all going wonky on me.
But it's better.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing it less.
Okay, good.
And it's almost like you've got this. It's almost like you've got this. This is your right shoulder. You've got this shoulder like this, like up here, but it's not here. You're rounding back.
Okay.
So
Gotta make my heart right there.
yeah, if you can get this straighter here, think of your heart, buddy. Just think. Keeping your heart, and then just allowing the left shoulder, using your weights now to move everything from the left side, like your core, across the middle, through there. Don't let your right shoulder get tense. So it got tense on me again. So actually, let's try this. This is a thing that you maybe do before you try. Let's go. again this way because we had a nice walk. Make sure you always push down with your legs. Relax your seat. Leg yield this time to S, right by the jumps. No tap of the hind end, keep that hanging on the bed. Do a 20-meter circle at C. And then before you complete that circle, we'll have you turn down the center line again. Make sure you hit the rail. Keep them flexed to the right. You're actually pushing them to the left again a little bit. Flex to the right, come down. Left rein a little half halt so that you actually get over to there. Let's do another circle at A, turn down A and do the same thing. So we need a little bit more sideways, which is going to happen if you're able to do some half halt. Half halt here, half halt here, half halt here. Yeah. Good, now your horse is under you. Right. Halt, bending to the right, left elbow coming in. Leg building him over. Now he's just, no, turn to the right, It's fine. You gotta sit up. You've lost your horse. Yeah. If you fell out of balance, so you have to feel out of balance.
Hey, I turn the gate off so it wouldn't bang, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, that's really dangerous.
Yeah, I
Freaking
hear it.
out. Even this guy doesn't spook, and he's like, what? All right, get his head up a little bit. That's very good. Now finish this in a sitting trot. Don't change anything. So you changed it on me.
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the leg yield and walk. So we're just going to do the leg yield walk, and we're going to do the leg yield trot, but you can't change your upper body. That's going to be the test, because you have a nice leg yield. So all you're going to do is soften your seat a little bit, move your ankles, and ask for that trot. Yield. And stay down. Don't lift up. Now go into the trot. If he resists with the rein, you have to resist back with him. Again, he's not allowed to pull you. You're not allowed to pull him. Okay, now you got to sit back to the walk. You're leaning forward, and that throws him a little bit off. We need to keep your hips in front of you, not your body in front, okay? The leg yield again, sit up very, very tall, like you are going to make your trot. There we go. Towards your right rein just a little bit more. Still have it full there. Left hand is quiet. Good. When you get to letter E here, do a half circle, 10 meters.
Oh, I thought we were turning. Sorry. Okay.
leg back just a hair more because you're trying to get his haunches. Left rein, half halt. Right leg, left rein. So you straighten him and left leg. Keep this going. Sit up tall more. Very tall. Good. Turn down to A. Now the hind end's going to have to follow the shoulders a little bit quicker. No more flexion with the right. You got him. That's too much. So I just said no more. You turn it more. Yeah. Left rein, you have to straighten.
I have no ability to use my whip without messing up my brain.
Okay. So let more of your whip come up on top of your hand, like reach the whip further down, and that'll work. Okay?
Up higher.
Yes.
Okay.
That way you're not trying to reach. You'll just keep it along your thigh. Now, think of this, you're trying to push him over, so right elbow pushes to your side, and then he'll help. Okay, now hold. Hold right there. Hold. Okay, so not too bad now. Straighten him a little bit. As soon as he starts to go too much like this, you need to left side straight. Go ahead, wiggle over again. Right leg. But your left leg has to do something. It's not doing anything.
Okay.
Now you're doing something. You got to ride both sides of the horse, not just the side you're pushing him over. Right. Because this is a true inside leg, outside rein thing. You got to push him over with your right leg, but you got to send him forward with the left leg. All right? While you keep him bent. Do that again. Right leg sends him over to the left rein. Left leg sends him up to the left rein. Now we have a horse that's not pulling you. And he stays, you're able to not be pulled forward because he's utilizing both of his legs. I'd shorten the reins a little bit more, and then let's try that again. Go all the way down to C this time. Start with the walk, and then we're going to do with the trot, okay? Stay there, and use both of your legs. Keep him bent. Don't let him push into your right leg. Anytime he pushes into somewhere, you have to resist back against that. Good. Started with the walk. He's going to stay perfectly parallel to the long side. Left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, left leg, trot. Trot, 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 trot. Trot. Keep him going sideways. Right leg, left leg. Right leg, left leg. Right leg. This is very balanced. Right leg, get him over. Get him over. Now he's supposed to be going over. Off your right leg to the left rein. This circle here. Off your right leg. Go ahead and circle. Go ahead and circle. Off your right leg to the left rein. Get him off. He's leaning on you. Off the right leg to the left rein. So he picks himself up and doesn't get flat. Do another circle. Right leg to the left. Push him to that left leg. Left leg has to do something too. Now, give yourself a room. Turn down A. Okay, now he's getting long again. Circle, work your rein. Right leg over to the left, left leg to the left rein. Now don't let him pull you down. Walk again, he's really too heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Let's go the other way a little bit. We don't want him to get so heavy and long. You know, he's probably getting a little tired. So let's go to the left. He's got to stay under you. That's what he wants to do. He wants to. Did she not bring out she doesn't show you the fly mask?
Oh, she didn't show it to me. I did see it. I would put that on under the bridle, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably won't.
Touch as much.
Yeah, he might still, but. So it's very important, especially a big horse like this, that he stays in balance. You can't be feeling like he's on his shoulders, you know, then he's just going to trip, and that would be horrible. So we want to keep him so his shoulders are up and that he's picking himself up. Yeah. Shorten your reins. Get his pull up a little bit more. What's that? Yeah, we do that on purpose. Good. That's it. And just walk along the long side here. Give yourself a little break from it. So, do you see how low his pull is getting there?
Yes.
Okay. That is no bueno. We want to always keep his pull the highest until he's doing a free walk. And even when he does a free walk, we need him to keep his neck out first and then down. So in other words, right now, if he was peering over the edge of a cliff, he'd fall over. If he was going to do a dive off of a diving board, he'd do a belly flop. So we need that neck to go out, which means there needs to be more impulsion from behind. He needs to keep his neck out and not just let it drop like he's a drunk that's gone into the bar. It just, he's just the bar is holding his chin up. Yeah, you can't have that. Now tap him and get him up to that. Now there's a horse that you can ride. I would just have my reins even shorter. I know you think I'm crazy, but you'll see it in the video. Hands together though. And then the feel that you're always pushing from the back of your arm, sitting up tall, and then allowing that feeling that you're pushing him up to your hands. So you're going to see clearly on the video that this is a horse that's a little bit safer than the horse that you had. Because you have a horse that actually has even its back up now. So now if he was peering off of a cliff, he would probably be able to do so without tumbling. So we got to keep enough of his hind end under him to fill up and feel like everything's pushing up under his face. Keeping your elbows there. Really good. Yeah, so try a little bit of a leg yield. Even right there, you can leg yield. Don't let him get long in this. The leg yield's not about, get long. No, it's not a collection exercise, I'll give you that. But it certainly isn't about, just fall on your right shoulder and stretch. That's much better. And your position this way we know is better as well. It's very nice this way. The other way will come very, very soon. Okay. Yeah, you lost the bend and you do something with your right side and then he goes, do you want me to push into your left leg? So now that's too low. Look at him. It might be because he's trying to scratch his eye, whatever, but he doesn't get to. So shorten your reins before you try to lift him up. Because when you go to lift, you have a long rein, it's going to be this, and then what do you do? If it's a short rein, you go a little bit, and then you've got him because then you can push him under that with your seat and leg. There. Now keep him there. Don't let him mess around with you. Keep him there. Give him a little tap. Yes. Give him a little tap. Leg, seat, hand. Leg, seat, hand. Good. Leg, seat, hand. Keep this every stride. Leg, seat, hand. We've got to let the energy go to the bit. There he's getting long and you're leaning with him. Now it's too late. Now you're going to have to walk. Because he got you over the barrel. Once that happens, there's a couple of things you can do. You can do a bend when you start to feel that. Remember, when you're riding on your own and you're like, I got to do a circle. Do a circle. When you start to think, I don't like this, at the beginning of that, say to yourself, I've got to fix that. Okay? That walk's not collected, so I wouldn't ask him for a trot from here. I would get a walk that had his hind end under him, had his back up. Come on. Come on. I don't know what you're doing. Okay, and then he does it. So that's the first. You're going to the left, and you're bending him to the left. There you go. You're probably getting heat brain about now. But we're about done anyway. Let's just see. You kind of come on down this long side here. You can cut the corner. You're correct. And leg yield him over a little bit. So it's left leg, right rein, recycle the energy, right leg. Left leg, right rein, recycle the energy, right hand stays there, ready for him. Right legs does something.
Lost it completely. Have an itch.
Don't let him itch while he's walking. You don't want to teach him that. Good. Now left leg, push him to the right shoulder. And just think of moving his barrel to the right. And his right hind leg going straight. Uh-huh. Good. Tap him. Move your fingers a little bit. Tell him not to do that with his neck. Left leg, a little bit more bend. So he's bringing that inside hind and not getting flat. Don't let him go down. Come. Pushing through from the back of your arm. That's it. Good. When you and then go ahead and walk. I wouldn't do anything more. You're just too tired. So don't fight yourself. I mean, you had very nice moments.
Yes, let's go with the high point.
Right, exactly. Because that's just becomes that situation. So, yeah, definitely put that mask on. I think that'll help him a little bit.
Okay. We'll do that. All right, now let's cool off here, buddy. I think he's just done.
Yeah, can you blame him? No. You blame any of them.
I don't blame him. So, we talk about putting a little more weight on your inside seat bone. Mary Wanless has you do a thing where you sit on your hands and you squeeze the muscles so you can't feel your seat bones at all, and then you let them all the way out, and then up, and then out.
That's a good exercise.
And then you just get to where you have what she calls the pad, just a little bit of muscle under that seat bone.
Yes.
So when you're weighting one seat bone, you would probably squeeze more on this side.
No, you're just going to stretch that leg down more.
Just let that naturally happen with the leg.
Just stretching your leg down. If I stretch this leg down just as I'm sitting here and I stretch this leg down more.
I feel it.
Yeah, that's all it'll take.
Okay. Yeah, and he's doing it right now.
Yeah.
This way. All right, buddy. I think you had enough today, huh? Boy. Wait. Take it off.
I forgot my ear things.
That's fine. You said you wanted to do something with the lunch line last time.
You are so good. And you're a glutton for punishment. Yes, I do. I will get it, yes. We're going to work on keeping that circle perfect, that's all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I'm going to attach it to your stirrup